Ayo, welcome into CHGO Bets Daily, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook. Download the app today and use promo code CHGO when you sign up. Welcome into a hybrid version of CHGO Bets Daily. There is no Studio B, as CHGO Bulls is in Paris. So I am here in Studio A. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. And alongside me, but in his own house, is Cody Delmendo. You can follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. How was the weekend? How was CubsCon?
It was fun. It was a good time. It was nice to know that I was winning bets while I was also there, not watching any of the games. It was a good weekend, Sean. How about yourself?
It was a fantastic weekend for exactly what you said. I was able to make bets, and as I know, pre-show for you, you had a very successful weekend. I had a very successful weekend. So as we can say, I told you we needed a good heat guy. Last show that we did, my heat won't turn off. And Cody, again, I'm just afraid for the other people in my building, the tenants in my building. What if the heater explodes? What if this gets too big? What if we never stop winning? That's just my concern, Cody, because we've been manifesting that we're going to be millionaires on the show.
Yeah, I manifested a first touchdown winner yesterday. Shout out to Dawson Knox. I'm not gonna lie. Every time the Bills are like the primetime team, or they play like yesterday, they were the only team
solo
on
spot.
Noon. Yeah, like they're the only game on. I will bet Dawson Knox first touchdown, because he's like he's like the one red zone target that Josh Allen loves to throw to, and it just happened for me yesterday. It was great. Yeah, I will say yesterday was a little bit of a meh. Like Giants +3, Giants money line, nice, worked out. I ended up taking the Bills -13 just because like Skylar Thompson, like I can't do it, and then whatever. Like shout out to Mike McDaniel. He really proved how good of a coach he was yesterday, considering
Skylar completed every pass under 5 yards.
Yeah. And then, I took the under and we call it Bengals Ravens, and it went over by I think I got it at 40.5, and I think they scored 41. So I lost by half point there. So that sucks. But I did do a teaser for that game. Teased Bengals. The spread was 8.5. I teased it down. I did a 6-point teaser. So I teased it down to 2 points, and then teased the under, so which moved it up to 46. So I did win the teaser on that one. I didn't really give that out to anyone at all. I just did that for my own enjoyment. Yesterday was a little bit of a meh. I also took Marquette +3.5. They lost by 4, so that was kind of brutal.
I took Marquette money line, so I thought you were going to be with me on that. So I mean, even hearing 3.5 is just.
And I've been hyping up Xavier a lot, at least on TikTok, and I felt weird taking Marquette. But anytime you give me Shaka Smart as an underdog, I'm going to take it. And they were leading that game for a lot of that second half, and then Xavier kind of took over at the end, and free throws led to them leading by 4, and just it was brutal, a brutal beat, honestly.
It was, and Kolek was on fire, and then he just kind of disappeared in the second half. You talk about the heater that you're on, Cody, since the national championship game, and that one is still one I'm still thinking about because I knew Georgia was going to kill them. I took winning margin at 19-24. Got too cute, folks. Should have just taken +150, 17.5. That was the easy bet. And we looked past it. All right. But since that date, Cody, I have won $342.
Oh boy.
We are on fire. I just added up all the big bets and also credit to DraftKings Sportsbook because they boosted Christian McCaffrey to +100 to score a touchdown. If that ever happens again, the max was 50. I will be betting the max no matter what because that's free money, folks. Don't let them do that because you are just offering or they're being offered free money basically.
Yeah, no, I took that too. I think on college basketball on Saturday, I went 5-2. I did a teaser late night Saturday when I got home from the Cubs convention. Did like the over with Gonzaga and whoever the hell. I think it was St. Mary's, whoever the hell they play. It was a late night like West Coast Conference teaser that hit. Had Iowa State plus 7.5. Yeah, just it was a good Saturday for me. Friday was decent as well. Although the one weekend I don't tweet any picks out, of course a lot of them hit. So I apologize to the listeners, but I had a busy weekend doing Cubs related things. But yeah,
You're busy.
Hopefully this trend continues. Right now I'm sweating Purdue and Michigan State. I took the under, and then as soon as Malik Hall was I guess
announced out,
I slammed Purdue or minus 3.5 too, which I don't like to do that for a conference game as a road favorite. But Malik Hall, when he went out the first time for Michigan State started to trend down a little bit. And the beginning of this game started off really bad for them, and they made a comeback. They were only down 2 at halftime, so I think it's going to be a sweat here at the end.
Well, Cody, let's take people to Teaser Town just because I do have a teaser. One of those picks is Purdue, Michigan State. I was following you, and I saw Malik Hall wasn't playing, so I took Purdue in this teaser. That's the only game that I think is currently ongoing. I teased them down from minus 3.5 to plus 1.5. So they could lose this game. They just need to lose by 1, or they can win it, which would be nice.
We're
for
up by
me
3 right now.
It'd be nice for Braggs. It'd be nice for you. I'm taking Penn at plus 4. I'm taking UC Santa Barbara plus 7.5, Arkansas Pine Bluff at plus 7, UTEP at plus 12.5, and George Washington at plus 13.5. A lot of these are home dogs. George Washington isn't, but they're playing 20 minutes away from their home facilities. UTEP is also a road dog against Charlotte, but Charlotte, I think they're a little bit inflated here. And now that you're giving me basically, 6 possessions there. I really do like UTEP and Bethune-Cookman. I guess they're not all home dogs. Actually, 4 of these are road dogs. Go me. That's really 5 of these are road dogs. I love myself. They're all plus points, which is important. This is at 450. 10 to win 55 is what I put down. I don't know. The teaser's been working. I hit one recently. It was 250 to win 18. And then another one, I was 1 leg short. So I've been hot on the teasers. This is just based off vibe and vibe alone, really. I mean, honestly, it's basically
sometimes when you're that hot, you can do that and it works out.
Well, here's the thing. I like for locks of the night. One of them is George Washington money line. There's no statistical reason that I picked George Washington money line at plus 290 tonight. The only reason why I took it is because George Washington, the person, is better than George Mason, the person. George Mason was one of the guys that didn't sign the U.S. Constitution. I don't know if you know this. The other guy's on the dollar bill, Cody. So I think that guy's cooler.
All right.
So let's go. George Washington money line plus 290. Let's go. Sometimes you don't need a good reason, Cody.
I should bet it right now.
Bet it because it's going to win. It's going to win. Plus 290. Let's cash it. All right. We're taking it to the bank. We're taking everything to the bank. It doesn't matter. There doesn't need to be reasons. All right. The Blackhawks stink and they're going to lose. And that's why I won $31 on the Kraken game. But outside of that, there's really no reason or rhyme to betting. I just think George Washington was a cooler guy than George Mason. They're not even that good when it comes to George rankings, though. Like George Harrison, George Costanza, George Washington Carver is a cooler George Washington than George Washington. He invented peanut butter and peanuts.
All right. George Washington plus 230 right now. I did it.
Plus 230?
I got it at plus 230, yeah.
Okay, I got it at plus 290, so I love that. I love my price.
The game just started and it's 2-2, so the books are adjusting.
Let's go.
I said live bet, you know what I mean?
It's a tight one. 2-2.
It's a tight one. Oh, they lead now. It's 3-2, Sean.
Let's go. All right. Before we get into the yes. Oh my God. Live watch party for George Mason versus George Washington. I was typing up a whole post. I thought the game started at 6. Guess it started at 4 Eastern. Whoops.
Whoops.
Anyways, let's get into the ad break, and then we'll let you know about our picks for the wild card game tonight between the Bucs and the Cowboys. The NFL playoff action continues. We're one step closer to Super Bowl 57. And for the NFL divisional round, check out DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. New customers can bet just $5 and get $200 in free bets instantly. Plus, all new and existing customers can take a shot at an even bigger payout with DraftKings stepped up same game parlays. Boost your NFL winnings with each leg you add up to 100%. And you can look ahead. What games do you like? Do you like Cincinnati, Buffalo? I don't know. Do you like Jacksonville, Kansas City? Do you like Giants and Eagles? I know Cody does. He already put a bet on Daniel Jones at +7.5. Explore the odds. Download the app today. Feel out the markets, right? We'll give you a little bit of our leans for the Broncos Cowboys tonight. And also, again, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code CHGO. New customers can bet just $5 in the NFL divisional round and get $200 in free bets instantly. So only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code CHGO. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. I know you like Giants +7.5, Cody. I like Bengals +5. I don't know. The Bills kind of look choky to me. They don't really look that great. You couldn't handle Skylar Thompson like that.
I love the Bengals, and the only reason I haven't placed the bet yet is because I want to see where that line moves. And if that line moves more towards the Bills, then I'm waiting, and then I'm going to slam the Bengals, later in the week. So
I don't know. I mean, I think this might be. Maybe you take an alternate spread now. You get the Bengals at +3.5 because I think it might be a field goal game if anything. I think
it'll be
that
close,
one's a little different.
Yeah, I mean,
also
the fact that you're giving me a field goal and another point, like I think it's a big deal. I think now is a good time to take the Bengals if you want to take the Bengals. You just said that it's at 5. It moved to 5.
Who has no offensive line?
The Bengals lost. They have like three of their 5 starters are out.
Yeah, the Dolphins started Skylar Thompson, and they almost won. I don't know.
Over the last 8 games, Bengals top 4 in the NFL in allowing sacks. So they're doing a really good job blocking for Burrow as of late.
Something wrong with this Bills defense.
Did you hear that?
I won't lie. But again, right now I lean Bengals because I like my guy Joe Burrow. And Josh Allen's been throwing a lot of picks lately, man. Like, I don't know. Like,
what's up with the Wilkins thing? I mean, he got all like wrapped up in that, and like that took his whole attention and effort. Also, Chiefs -8.5. I love the Jaguars. I love that they cashed me that money line pick.
Yeah.
The Chiefs on a bye. They're not gonna blow a 27-0 lead. Come on. Take the Chiefs at -8.5. Let's look at tonight.
I'd wait on it though, because I think a lot of the public's going to come in on the Jags. If they get it down to 7, that'd be insane.
If they get it down to 7, I'll take an alternate spread of Chiefs to cover 10.
Or if it gets down to it's down to 8.5. If it gets down to 8, then you can buy down one more point to 7 and then take it. Because I hate taking the Chiefs with big spreads. They're always getting big spreads, but.
No, take him with the big spread off a bye against Jacksonville. Come on, please. No.
I don't know about that.
Don't even think. That's the easy bets. That's the easy bets. Now you're getting too much in the weeds.
I thought the
Andy
Bills
Reid
-13
off a bye,
was
slam
the
it.
easy one.
What?
I said I thought the Bills -13 against Skylar Thompson was the easy bet.
But they weren't on a bye. They weren't on a bye, Cody. And as we know, the Bills choke. Have you seen the thing from the 90s? They were in like 4 straight Super Bowls and couldn't win one of them. Let's go to tonight's game.
I love this logic, Sean. Thank you.
The Bills are chokers. That's like what they're known for.
It's been literally my entire life since the 90s, dude. Like,
doesn't matter. They choke. There's something in the water in Buffalo. Let's go to Dallas and Tampa Bay tonight. Dallas, 3-point favorites on the road against Tampa Bay. It's 3 right now on DraftKings Sportsbook.
Back to 3?
Okay. It's right now it's 3 at +100. So,
wow.
I mean, you could probably get 2.5 at -115 right now, or maybe if it's even -120 or -125. Bucks to cover 3 is at -120. Over under at 45.5. Money line is at 145. If you're feeling brave enough for the Bucks, you can get it at +125. Shout out to Michael Collada, who is in the chat, who says the great Dak Prescott leads the league in interceptions. Cody, where are you leaning?
I'm taking the Buccaneers, man. And we've kind of said this last week on our NFL Wildcard Weekend show, because we didn't know if we're going to do a show on Monday, but I loved the Buccaneers last Thursday, and I love the Buccaneers tonight. The only thing that kind of scares me is that the public is all over the Buccaneers. It's like 66% of the tickets on DraftKings Sportsbook right now are on the Buccaneers, and it all has to do with the GOAT, Tom Brady. But I cannot put my money on this like inconsistent Cowboys team, man. Like, you look at these rosters, there's a reason the Cowboys are favorites. They are the better team on paper. They have been the better team all season. But here we are, and they're only a 3-point favorite on the road against a bad Bucs team. Like, let's be real. The Buccaneers are not good. They were in the worst division of football. There's a reason that they're only 3-point favorites, and it's because Tom Brady. So I'm riding with the GOAT tonight. If this is his last game and I lose, then fine. I will, it was time. It will finally be time. But I don't think it's time for Tom Brady yet. And this Cowboys team, you just cannot trust, because they can look like the best offense and one of the best teams in the NFL. We've seen it all season. Held that game against the Eagles. Even though Jalen Hurts didn't play in that one, I mean, they put up almost 50 points. Like, they can be electric, but it's Tom Brady, Ryan Jensen coming off injured reserve, so that offensive line will be a little bit better. They still have a solid defense. It's not as good as it has been in the past, but it's still solid. And they're playing with house money. You got Tom Brady playing with house money. I will take him tonight at home against the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, and Jerry Jones, the GM of the Cowboys, thinks that Chris Godwin is a defensive back. So I think you at least pissed off Chris Godwin enough to maybe take Chris Godwin anytime touchdown scorer at plus 175. I do like that prop, Godwin to score at plus 175. I do like the DraftKings boost as well. Tom Brady over 1.5 passing touchdowns at plus 100. When they played week 1, it was 19-3. He only had 1 touchdown pass, but in 28 of 47 playoff games, yes, he's played 47 playoff games. That's a hit rate about 59%. Tom Brady has gone over 1.5 passing touchdowns. And here's the other thing too, over under at 45.5, 63% of the money at DraftKings Sportsbook is on the over, because the overs are 5-0 this weekend. There have been points in every single game. I just think that teams are turning it on right now. I think 45 is too low. I think that you'll probably see touchdowns in this game. I think one team gets to 30. I do like 49 even as an over here. Maybe the trend flips. Maybe the Bucs can't even score. Their offense has been very, very anemic at times, but they have so much playoff experience. They have so much tape on the Cowboys. I mean, they now have an extra game of tape, of these teams because of the 18-game schedule. So I do think that you'll see points in this game. So I'll take Brady over 1.5 touchdowns, Godwin to score at plus 175, and I'm with you on Bucs money line. I'm 2-0 on taking money line teams. I took the Jags money line. I took the Giants money line. I've been saying this with you since last week. Those are my 3 teams that I liked. It's football. It's weird. It's a 50-50 game. You're giving me one team at plus 125. I will take Tom Brady. I will take the Bucs. It just makes too much sense. If I lose it, oh well.
Yeah. I mean, so you talk about how the Bucs defense, or not defense, but offense can be anemic at times. And I think Colada here in the comments makes a good point here that Todd Bowles would be could be the only reason that, or a big reason why Dallas could have a chance in this game. It's not Bruce Arians. It's Todd Bowles as the coach. And,
what is Todd Bowles like not done? Like, I don't know. I mean, these guys were a part of the Super Bowl team 2 years ago.
I mean,
this
he
has
used
been
to be
the
the head
entire
coach
Bucs
for the
team.
Jets, and they fired his ass, man. He was not good
It was the
there.
Jets. The Jets have it. The Jets are still not a capable organization. And our entire life, they've not been able to figure out how to win.
Fair. I'm just saying that, like, he was better as a defensive coordinator than he is as a head coach, and no one's talking about Todd Bowles' job. I'm actually surprised that no one's talked about Todd Bowles' job. I'm just saying that one of the reasons, in my belief, of why the Bucs have been the way they have been all season is because it's not Bruce Arians as the head coach. So again, I'm taking the Bucs. because I believe in Tom Brady, and I could believe that offense can be, what we believe it can be. But that is something, because coaching matters. It really does.
Yeah,
You saw
okay.
Brandon Staley blow a 27-0 lead, man. Like
That's right, because Doug Peterson stuck to his game plan and did a fine job. But also, like, Mike McCarthy's the other coach on the sideline. Is Mike McCarthy
agree.
that good of a coach? Like, I'm not buying that Todd Bowles is going to ruin the Buccaneers. Like, Tom Brady has played like dog shit for 2022. That's the reason why they've won 8 games. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin haven't been that impactful. Their offensive line has a ton of injuries. Their center, Ryan Jensen, has been on injured reserve. Like that, those are huge ifs, not Bruce Arians. So I don't know. I don't know if he's a bad head coach. He got him to the playoffs. We'll see how he does tonight. I think a lot of what Bowles is as a head coach will be seen tonight. As long as he doesn't screw it up like Mike McDaniel, who thought he had a first down and doesn't get the play in on 4th and 1.
And
there's not too many big mistakes you can make.
Right. And McCarthy, he's got plenty of playoff blunders on his resume too. So yeah, maybe coaching evens out here, because you got 2 coaches here that don't necessarily have the best, playoff experience, except McCarthy when he was with the Packers and they won back in 2010 it was, or whatever. But that was a long time ago. So I don't know. I really don't know. But again, Buccaneers money line. I also have a same game parlay. Steven, you want to show it to the people? Okay, so we're taking Dak Prescott 15 plus rushing yards. I think the regular line is 16.5, so it's actually just 1 yard less, 1.5 yards less. Of Tom Brady 40 plus passing attempts, Chris Godwin 65 plus alternate receiving yards, and CeeDee Lamb over 59.5. Obviously, CeeDee Lamb's been like the main receiver for Dallas. I do think that, like Sean said, there will be points. I think this could be, a 60 or well over 50 points in this game. Someone's got to catch the ball. CeeDee Lamb, best receiver for the Cowboys, and then Godwin. Evans has kind of been meh, but Godwin, if you look at his last 4 games outside of the one against the Falcons in the last week of the year where the Buccaneers didn't try, we're talking I think at least 8 catches in 3 of those 3 of the last 4 games before the last week of the year, and then well over that total on the yards. So, and then Tom Brady, I mean, he's been throwing over 40 or making over 40 passing attempts in a lot of games, except for the very last game of the year, because again, they did not try in that game at all in the last week of the year. So we'll see. $10 wins you like 55. It's like plus 462 if you use that stepped up same game parlay boost that they give you. So yeah, I'm riding that parlay. Maybe a little first touchdown action on who do you think tonight, Sean? I don't know.
First TD action?
Yeah, first TD action.
Steven, you got anything? I know you guys just hit Dawson Knox.
Yeah, I've been having a really good run of luck with this. I was actually just looking into this. Last year in the playoffs, Tom Brady went run heavy to start the game. So I was looking. It's a tough pick, though, between Leonard Fournette and Sean Vaughn. And that's assuming it's the Buccaneers scoring first. So this is a really tough pick. I would lean Leonard Fournette. Everyone always says playoff Lenny. Yeah. I'm going to put a few bucks on that sprinkle, see how it goes.
I do kind of like the Fournette first touchdown plus 900. You want to get even more juicy. Tom Brady on the goal line, Steven. How Tom Brady on the goal line plus 5,500.
I looked at this too. But
plus 5,500 first touchdown, man. You don't have to put 5. You just put $1 on there, and you make like $55.
He is doing that at a lower rate than he ever has in his career. Just 1 rushing touchdown this year. I was looking at his stats. It's kind of crazy, and a lot of this is factored into him kneeling the ball so much. 29 rushing attempts this year, -1 rushing yards, and 1 TD. So weird stat line for him there.
Yeah. I mean, as one that could work out again. I do like Leonard Fournette first touchdown plus 900. Maybe Godwin at plus 1,200 as well, or Evans at plus 1,000. Now, if you think the Cowboys are going to go out or start hot early and then blow the game like they always do, I can't go against Dalton Schultz at plus 1,300. Dak likes to target him in the red zone. I also kind of Dak Prescott plus 3,500 first touchdown as well, just because maybe he doesn't want to force it in that red zone and maybe just runs for one. Again, I'm taking that rushing total. He ran it 6 times his last game out. The guy obviously has shown that he can be mobile, so I don't mind that one either. It's hard to bet first touchdown. That's why they're so fun, because they're so juicy on the odds. So those are ones that I'm thinking about.
Well, the one place I'm going to is just Brady goal line. He's not running. He usually likes some sort of tight end option. Kyle Rudolph is doubtful. Kokeft, the tight end / fullback, doesn't get a ton of targets, only 10 targets this season. But Cameron Brate is who our guy Lawrence whispered behind the camera. And he hasn't been used a ton this year, but he is a guy that Brady has used often in Tampa. He's been there a long time. 38 targets for Brate this year. And, he just didn't get a ton of playing time in December. But Cameron Brate at 65-1 for first touchdown scorer. Maybe K. Otton's that better choice for tight end, but, that's less fun. K. Otton's 25-1 and the other guy's 65-1. So I don't know. Maybe they go goal line heavy and Cam Brate slips out and he gets the first touchdown. I'm not sure. Cam Brate, anytime touchdown scorer, is at 12-1. So Cam Brate's out there if you want it.
They're just so fun. They're so fun to bet. You just got to be smart about it. Don't be putting the house on it because it's just the first touchdown. You can make a lot of money off a $5 bet on it. So that's my advice.
5 on Cam Brate to score is 355, which is a nice return right there.
Hell yeah.
Any other bets you got?
No. I mean, that boost that you mentioned about Tom Brady over 1.5 touchdowns, I like, because again, I do like the over. I'm probably going to bet the over just for fun. And hopefully Leonard Fournette doesn't run for 3 touchdowns. You know what I mean? So, I love the over. I love the Bucs. And the only thing else related to this game that I'm excited to see is Cowboys fans' tears and Stephen A. Smith's reaction video that he will probably tweet out once the game is over.
George Washington is up 10 right now against George Mason. Do I cash out? Do I cash out? They're at plus 290 and already leading. I have a feeling this is going to be bad. Mike Ross is saying, I was wondering how much of a dog Jags were down 27-0. Someone out there made out
plus
of bandit.
1,200. I saw
plus 1,200. Yeah,
plus
1,200. I think I saw 1,400 at some points, but yeah.
Again,
still not juicy enough. I thought it would have been bigger. I thought about betting it, but I didn't. And of course, that's the famous story.
Right.
Whatever.
Since they scored a touchdown at the end of the half, I went ahead and took Jags plus 15.5, basically at halftime. And, they made that comeback. The Chargers just you look at Chargers playoff games in the last decade, it's brutal, man. It's so brutal. So,
I mean, they're a pathetic franchise, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I still don't mind the fact that I took the Chargers, but again, I'm just glad I cashed out when I cashed out. So
make sure to follow Cody on Twitter and follow his heater at Cody_CHGO. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. I'm going to go sweat George Washington, George Mason before the Sox show at 4 p.m. We will talk to you tomorrow. We have bets after dark, Big Ten after dark. I think it either 5:30 or 6:30.
Minnesota starts in an hour and a half, so I get to watch that and then watch the football game. It's going to be great.
Best of luck to your Illini tonight. Golden Gophers, feisty. But anyways, that's going to do
Ohio State. So.
They did beat Ohio State in Columbus. But anyways, that's going to do it for CHGO Bets. We'll be with you tomorrow with Greg Braggs to talk some Big Ten basketball. But that will do it. And we'll talk to you tomorrow when we are, in fact, millionaires.